Well, we are all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl.
Oh.
And we like to wear these fun glasses. Well, a couple reasons. My main reason for wearing them is because it's my excuse to dress up and act like an idiot, because it's fun. And being with the gray hair crowd, heaven forbid you have fun, right? Or, play dress up anymore at our age. So that's one of my reasons for wearing it. But our actual reason for wearing it is so that we get you to start looking at your environment through a different set of lenses.
Right, Cheryl is shuffling. So we have a topic for the day from the Personal Paradise card deck of Tara Catherine Collins. And just want to do a big shout out. Tara has been upgrading her website. It's looking great.
Yay.
So check that out at WSFS.com.
Or you can spell it Western School of Feng Shui.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they can just go WSFS. But anyway, so I can just do the link in there. So when you were saying about, you just want to dress up and have fun, I have to share something with everybody.
Okay.
Something that they might not know about my partner, Cheryl. She always has a happy face, right? You know that. She's always smiling and bubbly and happy. And she used to have a collection of, what did you used to collect, Cheryl?
Clowns.
Clowns. You know what? And that so is, that thing about what we're attracted to, right? So you're attracted to, I don't know if you still do, but you're attracted to collecting those because that's a reflection of your inner world, right? Reflecting on the outer world.
You know it.
And so anyways, I thought that was kind of fascinating to share. Good morning, Paula, Kathy, Sharon, Janet. Woohoo, come on.
Good morning, ladies. Look at them rolling in. Okay, so I'm going to have audience participation because there's a card not coming out.
Oh.
So, Janet
morning,
was the first
Brooklyn.
on. Janet, type in the chat a number between 1 and 3, please.
1 and 3, Janet. Okay, I'm waiting.
And then while Janet's typing in a number between 1 and 3, we'll have Paula type in top or bottom, one of those two words, the word top or the word bottom.
Janet says 2.
Okay. Paula's going to give me top or bottom. And then Sharon, a number between 1 and 10.
Paula says top.
Okay.
And Sharon, waiting, 1.
1. Oh, well, that's cool. All right.
Okay.
Now, Paula or Kathy, a number between 1 and 10.
Kathy, are you there? Yep, 6, she says.
6.
Oh, and then Kathy Strauss. We have 2 Kathys. So
okay.
Kathy Strauss said 3.
Says 3. Perfect. Perfect. We have 3 cards now. That worked out great. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Woohoo!
Cool. So I just want to. Okay. Yeah, I just want to say, last week was our Feng Shui Oracle card reading, and Brooklyn.
Yes.
Who's joining us here live this morning.
Hi, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn was one of the recipients. And then she sent some pictures of her living room space after. And so if you haven't seen it yet, Cheryl and I popped on and did a little impromptu, gave some insight for Brooklyn on her living room space. And again, that was just, it's again, confirmation of how this unseen quantum energy field works. I mean, look at you and I. We never see each other. We don't talk to each other Friday morning, right?
We come on.
We both picked pink glasses this morning. We both go to put on our glasses and they were pink. Cheryl's got some rusty orange color in her blouse. So do I, right? And so, you know, we kind of match, and we didn't plan on it. And last week we drew cards for Brooklyn that were the living room and
Safety and
comfort and safety,
yeah.
right? Which is a foundational aspect of feng shui. So love, love, love how all of that ties together. And then one more thing before you tell us the cards, I want to say a big shout out to Sharon. Sharon has been with us for a long time. She always tunes in, and just want to shout out a big happy birthday, Sharon.
Yes. Yes.
Big happy
birthday, Sharon.
And yeah.
Glad to
Okay.
have you in our lives. Glad to have all of you in our lives. And it's funny because there's one person in particular that's on here that just chose one of the cards that's going to smile because she knows exactly what I'm going to talk about here in a minute. Because the first card that came up is guest room. And the second card that came up is animals. So on our Wednesday morning Power of 8 group, one of the ladies that's on here, well, actually a couple of them are part of that group. We get together and we have intentional meditation, healing meditations that we talk about. And one of the ladies, and she probably can put a heart in the chat window, is usually coming from her guest room where her animal snuggles up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
You know who you are, Izzy's mom.
Izzy's mom. I know who Izzy's mom is too.
So I thought it was very cute that that's two of the cards that came up. So we have guest room, the number 35 card, number 1, animals, and number 2, art.
Art.
So now the two Kathys, Kathy from Alaska chose animals, and the other Kathy chose art. So this is going to be interesting because to me, 35, 36, 37, 38, that's an 11. Ooh. Anita and I were talking about the number 11 before we went live. Love it.
Yeah, 11, right? Yeah, so 11, of course, is a master number. Okay, so where do you want to start first?
Well, I actually want to start with the art. I want to start backwards today because the art that we hang has several representations, right? Specifically pictures. Often, not always, but often when we purchase art, we're in a specific frame of mind and we're attracted to the art. We're attracted to it because it's vibrating in resonance with where we're at that moment. Our lives shift, our lives change. And one of my favorite, for a number of reasons, but one of my favorite stories and examples, Anita, that you and I talk about often when we're teaching or presenting is one of your past clients and the art that she had hanging in her stairwell. I've also had a past client who had this massive picture hanging in her bedroom of a single woman and has been divorced 3 times. When those realizations come, those pictures come down very quickly because both ladies realized the state of mind that they were in, the frame of mind they were in when they came into possession of those images. And they didn't want that resonance anymore. They didn't want that vibration, but it was being reinforced day in and day out, that subliminal programming, because those images were still hanging in their space. So although your guest room, you may wind up being the collection of pieces that you don't longer like in some areas, they're still having an effect energetically because that guest room is part of your bagua. And your subconscious mind knows exactly where that image is.
Well, and you know that we're always, you know, a lot of times the messages are for us as well, right?
100%.
And so when you say guest room and art, our guest room in our home is actually Emerson's room, our grandson.
He's claimed it.
Yeah, it's his room, and it actually is, you know, Easton doesn't sleep in there. He always sleeps with us when he comes over. But anyways, and interestingly again, I was just thinking yesterday that I need to change some images that I have in our home and in the guest room in relationship to the grandkids, because they have grown and I still have some, you know, images from a couple years back, because we are getting ready to welcome
Your
our
third
first
grandbaby.
granddaughter. And so that, you know, has been on my
Radar,
subconscious,
you're energetic.
right, in
Yes.
my energy field that I
Mhm.
have kind of been, you know, thinking about. And so everything is energy vibrating. And so it's in the quantum field, right? And so there we go. We picked up on that today,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And that
And
art, so it's,
mhm.
sorry, go ahead.
Well, and you know, you're so right about, I mean, we won't tell that story, but I mean,
No,
that was a profound story. But I
it
think
was.
the most important thing is to remember and think about with our feng shui eyes is
Mhm.
that everything has an energetic signature,
Yes.
right? And it's recorded in the subconscious, and everything, every possession in your home is anchoring and or reaffirming a thought, a belief, and an emotion.
Hmm.
Okay, so keep that in mind as we are looking energetically at our space, and just see what is being anchored and reaffirmed day in, day out, day in,
Hmm.
day out, day in, day out. And if that still resonates with
And is
you
supporting
and
you.
is serving
Yes.
you, the person today, because we're constantly moving, changing, shifting. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as we're talking about this, I'm thinking about one of my spare rooms. So we have two of them. And in the one, I've hung some images from when my sisters and I did a sister trip a number of years ago to Old Montreal. And I still love those paintings. But as you're talking, it occurred to me that one of the other paintings or one of the other images in there was my late sister's, and it's that of a hummingbird. And the hummingbird is one of my logos, near and dear to my heart. And I thought, okay, what came first? The image in the house. So I have to really stop and think about it. Did I bring that image into the house and then the hummingbird came into my awareness as being in resonance with me and something that I enjoyed? Or did I like the hummingbird and then the picture came into my house? So I have to think hard on that one. And I see we lost Anita, so that's going to be her internet connection. She'll be back though, no doubt. So I'm going to keep talking. Anyway, so take a look around in your guest bedroom specifically. What's hanging in there? What imagery? What art? So we've been talking about pictures, but art can also be sculptures. Any of the knickknack and the tchotchkes. You could have a spare room that is a collection of all the pieces that you've collected when you've traveled. So are those travel memories that are supporting you? Are they inspiring you and bringing delight and filling you with joy? Because the ultimate state we want to be in is a state of joy and love and peace. So if anything, any of those pieces of art, any of the imagery that is on those walls don't elicit those feelings for you, then you need to revisit why you have them. That's the ultimate. And that's what we teach all the time. So let's talk a little bit about animals. It's amazing to me that it's the number one card. But Tara, when we had her on and we interviewed her and asked her about the card deck, things were not done specifically in an order or intentionally. So she didn't intentionally choose the number one card to be animals. But I'm going to read a little bit about this card because I think it's interesting. Give pets a place that's specifically theirs. Dogs and cats need their own bed, rug, or mat. And smaller animals require cages or tanks that give them plenty of room to grow and live happy, healthful lives. Build outdoor areas such as dog runs and horse stables that are generous in size, and always keep them free of waste. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to read that. What she's talking about in here is ensuring that everything has a space, including our animals, and they have room to grow. We've seen often a large dog still trying to get into a kennel that's too small for it, or areas that are not kept clean and tidy because the owners are busy. Why did you get the pet to begin with? So what was the reasoning behind it? And can you care for those pets to the best of your ability? They are living creatures. They are a very important part of our lives, and they deserve respect. Anita and I have talked a couple times about ensuring your pets' water dishes are clean and they have clean water. Their beds are clean and laundered. They're clean and cared for. All of that is a representation and a reflection of what's going on in your life. So great to have you back, my partner. Internet.
Yeah, you know what? Guess what I did this week?
What did you do?
I upgraded.
Oh.
So that wouldn't happen.
Huh.
I upgraded the internet, so I got faster speed. So anyways, now I'm on my phone. So
yeah. Oh,
okay.
You're back. I was talking about animals, and I read a little bit about what's on Tara's card about ensuring that the animals have room to grow, that their cages are clean, that the space that they're housed in allows for their growth as well. And the cleanliness and how we can support the animals and how they're really a reflection of us and what's going on in our home too.
Well, and that's a great point, because I know once a week I take the dog blankets, because they have a couple of blankets that they snuggle in on the couch because they're little chihuahuas, right? And I take Toby's little dog pillow and I wash them.
Yeah.
I do that once a week because, hello, I mean, I change my sheets once or twice a week. So they probably would like the same, right? Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So talking about guest rooms, and I actually want to bring up our little furry friend Izzy, because whenever we're doing our meditation, and I've noticed this in a number of places. So one of the other ladies online here, Kathy, is part of the Channelers Academy that I'm part of. And we'll notice whenever we're gathered for one of our office hours or for one of the module trainings, that several of the people's pets will wander in and they tune in, because pets are attracted to the energy, right? They're not just a different thing. Everything is energy, and they're attracted to that higher vibration. So I find it very entertaining that Izzy is always comfortable when we're doing our Power of 8 meditation to curl up in the room and go to sleep. And actually, Izzy's energy is part of the work that we're doing.
100%. Yes.
And the Power of Meditation for Power of 8, is a group that we have. Everybody's welcome to join it. We do Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Power of 8 Red Deer is Facebook. It's the Facebook group. All the information's on it. 2 people a week are given healing meditations, and we're focused as a group. It's all based on the work of Lynn McTaggart and her book, The Power of 8. Anita, you came to be aware of Lynn from a seminar you went to, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I actually went to a conference in Nanaimo, BC, where Lynn McTaggart was one of the presenters. Dr. Bruce Lipton was there, Joe Dispenza, of course, our beautiful friends Lee Carroll and Marilyn Harper and Dr. Amber
Dr.
and
Todd.
Dr. Todd was not there.
Oh, okay.
Pergeet was there.
Oh, Brigitte and Jules. Yes, nice.
Yeah, anyways, it was an amazing four-day conference, I think, in Nanaimo. And that's where I first met Lynn McTaggart and was introduced to the Power of Eight. And so, yeah, right from that event, I think that was back in 2019 or 2018. And we were doing Power of Eight groups in person, and then we switched to online when everything kind of went rogue.
Went online, which actually works great because we have attendees from around the world.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So
anyway,
anyways.
So back to the animals in the spare room. Izzy's a great example of how pets, when they're comfortable, they're attracted to the energy. So if you have a pet that has a favorite place in your home, that pet's telling you that the energy in that space is perfect.
So do more of that. Yeah,
exactly.
Do more of that.
Whatever's going on in that space, replicate it.
Oh, I have to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
So, so the last 3 weeks has been really kind of hectic around here. We have been crazy busy with rental properties. There's been empties and renovation and this and that and just craziness. So one of these rental properties is an up-down, and the people that were upstairs moved out unexpectedly and left quite a mess. 16 hours of cleaning.
Lovely.
And stuff.
Bye-bye damage.
And the downstairs tenant has a couple of dogs. And so after all the cleaning was done, the repairs were done, everything, of course, I go in and do an energy space clearing and then do a blessing to welcome the new tenants in, right? So we're clearing out all that yucky
all
energy.
the old and inviting in the new.
So going around, doing that, setting the intentions, finished doing the clearing, had my blessing bowl, let it burn out as I normally do. And then I always take the remains of that, put it in a garbage bag and take it out to the garbage. It never goes down the toilet or down the drain. So my son was there, and so I gave him the garbage bag and said, go put this outside in the dumpster garbage. The moment he took that bag and went out of the house, the downstairs tenant, 2 dogs, started to go, ow, ow, ow. They were like howling at the full moon.
Wow.
And they did that. They continued doing that, I bet you, for at least 5 minutes, just howling, and like goosebumps.
No
right?
kidding.
And it was like, holy, like they are, right? They knew that the energy upstairs was not good. And as soon as it was removed from the house,
they were celebrating.
They were singing. And it was like
so cool.
Yeah. So there's another confirmation about animals are so in tune and sensitive to what's going on.
100%.
And so similarly, and we've had this happen too, where all of a sudden you might have your animal, your dog or your cat, all of a sudden you could be doing something around the house and they'll go, oh, and there's nobody there, right?
Yes, there is.
So there again, there's a clue. See what's going on there. And you might want to clear the energy. Anyways,
yeah.
Had to share that story because it was like, I've never had that happen.
Well, and here's the thing. There's a reason these cards have come up, because again, we're all connected in the quantum field, people. We're all connected. So there's messages literally for every person watching live, because you're drawn to be here watching live today. These stories came up because they were in Anita and mine's energy field. The arts come up again, same thing. All of us are connected. All of us. And everything, every card deck, every book, everything is energy. Everything is alive with energy. And we can't stress that enough.
And it's just, you know, being aware, right? That's really that's our main, I guess our main mission is to raise the awareness, right? To lift your consciousness, elevate it. And we do that through looking at things in our environment.
Exactly. So let's talk about today's number 11.
11.
I just think it's entertaining because Anita and I literally next week is our 111th episode. That's what we were talking about.
See if there's something in there about like 111.
Well, I'm going to, but first I'm going to do the 11 first, because and for reference, double digitology, Marilyn Harper, Joy Roby. So the double digit, the 11, which is what the cards total today. 3 and 5 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. I'm not breaking down a master number. So just so you know. The double digit magnifies the aspects mentioned above. I'll tell you what those are in a minute. It amplifies the numerology energy to the next level. The 11 represents beginning anew. And we just had the new moon solar eclipse, by the way. Leadership on a global scale. Positivity into a spirit of energy that others can feel in their heart. And your art should be something that makes your heart sing. Karma may be playing a role in your world if you don't pay attention. An awakening to your purpose is necessary. And lastly, a driven nature to being the change you would like to see in the world. Love it. Now, next week, as Anita mentioned, is the triple digit, 111. When you add another digit, 111, that means there is an instant snapshot of your thoughts. When you begin seeing 111, please, oh please, pay attention to your thoughts. They are instantly being placed into action. The universe, source, or your guides are asking you to pay attention to your thoughts. So in a very short paragraph, the word thoughts was repeated 3 times.
That would be important.
You think?
Just like we were talking about that imaging, right? Same kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anchoring and or reaffirming a thought, belief, and or emotion.
Exactly.
Okay, I love how this all goes.
It always plays together. I mean, we can get the weirdest random cards and it still all flows because it's supposed to. So thank you for joining us live. It was great to have you with us. Are there any questions, or you probably can't see because you're on your phone?
That's right. I can't see.
So okay, we'll address.
We'll have to pop back and yeah, because now that I have, you know, high speed.
High speed. Oh, it's all that extra energy in the high speed, I guess. I don't know. I know. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Of course, the replay is going to be on our Facebook page. All our episodes are on our YouTube channel. You're welcome to join us there. We'd love to have you join us and send some comments. Share the episodes with some other friends and people if you enjoy these. You know, send us some love. We like it. We'll receive it. I'll receive it.
Absolutely.
Yay. Have a fabulous week. Would love to hear what kind of art is in your guest room that you went, forgot that was in there. Oh yeah.
Share some pictures.
Yeah, it's fun. We don't, our intention is never to be critical. It's to be helpful. So.
Observation.
merely an observation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Energetic eyes, because it's easier for other people to see things that we're missing. We become complacent, right? So have a fabulous week. Final words, my friend.
Be aware, right? Yeah. Have fun.